Today, from Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, it's Week 6 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. With Tevin Coleman, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
First carry for Nick Chubb.
Nick Chubb on the carry. The tackle made at the 30.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a first down.
Gain of 13 yards.
And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 4 yards the pickup, first down. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 11 carries, 56 yards.
He's been a huge part of their winning streak because he establishes not just an identity and a tone, but the team relies on it. He takes care of the football, he gains yardage for him, chews up clock, and that's been a big part of why they're winning games lately.
Now an option play on second down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so he didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 18. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards. And now Wilson unhappy with something he saw there as he's going to burn a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Wilson gets rid of it quickly. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. It's up and good, and it'll give his guys a 7-0 lead. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up a touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter, that's when the knockout occurs.
It becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he'll be brought down here at the 28.
Jonathan Taylor.
In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snoot full, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. From the gun is Eason. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down.
Eason in trouble, and down he goes. Myles Garrett in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. He'll keep it himself. And not much room there, so he'll get it up only to about the 21.
The stop made by Myles Garrett brings up 3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Eason. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. On 1st down, it's Hines. And he's got this down to the 35. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
From the gun, it's Taylor. And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
Carrier.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and...
They run the option on 2nd down. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple. Down to the 15-yard line.
He's brought down.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and...
Here's Eason to throw. Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
Blankenship's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
7-3.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
They'll take over. 1st down.
So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
Well, a good running play here to start the drive. That'll net him 14 yards as they pick up the 1st. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Julian.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3-3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
12 yards there and a first down.
First down, Oilers.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Darius Leonard on the tackle. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 41-yard line.
They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And down to the 19-yard line. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he'll be taken down after a pickup of about 7 as the clock will stop here for the 2-minute warning. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Houston.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. But now it's 3rd and goal.
From the 10-yard line.
Wilson, he's going to look to run with it. 3rd and goal, they're going with Chubb. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They'll run for it. Chubb. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And this Colts defense comes up with a goal line stand.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created a push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on 4th down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
On 2nd down now, it's Hines. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
A gain of 7 brings up 3rd and 3.
A final shot before break. Eason, he's got his man. That's Hardman. And all the way up to the 49. So we reach intermission. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go.
Colts 3.
The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. 1st and 10, Taylor now. Past the 20. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there for Indy. is on the ground. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. From 3 yards out. And the Colts have taken the lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
To kick off for Indianapolis.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 20.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
We'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. 2nd and 11 now. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. They'll roll him out right. And that's caught inside the 30. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Well, they've got to remember that they're not going to get it all back on one drive. But that being said, they also had to...
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Breshad Perriman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And his guys are going to retake the lead. Well, he scrambled outside of the pocket and wondered what was going to happen there. He fired a dart. That's what happened.
He certainly did. Scrambled left, looked left, and then left it in the receiver's hands with some dispatch.
In the receiver's hands, in the end zone for the score. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They had seized the lead there for a little bit with a starting drive in the third quarter, but a moment ago the touchdown that puts them back behind.
So their defense is under siege a little bit right now because they have not able to solve their opponents. So they've got to keep hammering away on offense and try and win this one in what appears to be a shootout.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he stopped immediately there.
Jonathan,
no gain on the play. It'll be second down. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. At the 25-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Eason. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
Many teams, as soon as they spot man defense, if they haven't called a hitch, they'll get to it as fast as they can. They want to put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers and hope that he can break a tackle on the outside and go for big yardage.
And he is going to have a Colts first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. And they pick up the first down there with a gain of 4.
At the 37-yard line.
From the gun, Eason. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got...
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Breshad Perriman with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown. It's good, and it's 21-10.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Catch made here by Campbell. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. I'm just impressed he held on to that football. You're coming across the middle on the crossing route like that, absorb that contact. Woo.
All we talk about in today's football is trying to get the football away from the offensive player. Sometimes you just can't do that, and you have to finish a play off with a good old-fashioned tackle, as we just saw.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Eason. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? On a West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down, meaning they like to press it downfield. If they don't have it, swing it out, which is exactly what we saw there. But how about the great pursuit and tackle to make a nice play?
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
3rd quarter here in Indy. This is 2nd and 10. They go play action with Wilson. Out to his left. Now he'll let it go. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one goes for 36 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. He'll buy some time right. That's going to be caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Breshad Perriman, 32 yards. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
1st and 10 at their own 20.
The Colts set to take over here offensively. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
On the pickups. 2nd and 6.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Eason on 2nd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. From the gun, Eason. Campbell making the catch. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route, and the quarterback hit him.
Eason in trouble, and down he goes.
Credit the sack to the always disruptive Olivier Vernon. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. From the gun on third down, Eason, and this is going to be incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
On second down, it's Taylor.
Stays on his feet. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. The Colts on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they've been on the same grease board when you drop.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. From 13 yards out. And the Colts are able to draw a bit closer.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know.
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
They'll throw on first down with Eason.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 46-yard line.
Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped. Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete. The Colts on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd down and 12. Operating from the gun, Eason. And that is incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. Steps away. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Breshad Perriman there to make the grab. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone can stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Their own 25-yard line.
And the Colts getting ready to go.
Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. First and 10, Eason. A pass underneath. Here's Hines with it.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. This to Hines on the drop-off. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Now they got to get to the line quickly. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Throwing again. Eason. And he comes back with one complete. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. From the gun, Eason. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And he's got it. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. On 3rd and 2, Eason. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. Accelerating, and off he goes. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for our visitors, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And another road date awaits them next week as their opponents will be...